Do you like learning? What do you think of education? Feeling uninspired and have no motivation to do anything at all? Then, you landed on the right channel. Welcome to Bulletproof Perspectives. We hope our insight will help you define your goals and sustain progress. Click subscribe and turn the bell notification on to never miss out on our latest videos. Education is a way of obtaining information through numerous methods of learning, including skills, values, knowledge, and behavior. It is a key component of human growth and has a significant impact on how people live their lives and how society functions as a whole. The Latin root of the word education is educatio, refers to a method of teaching or training. Educare, which is a Latin word that translates to bring up or to rear, is the word's origin. It is thought that ancient civilizations like China, Egypt, and Mesopotamia are where education first began. However, the development of schools to educate mathematics, philosophy, and rhetoric in ancient Greece is where formal education as we understand it today got started. The term education grew to refer to a broad range of official and informal learning activities, such as attending universities, other educational institutions, receiving a vocational education, engaging in self-directed learning, and engaging in experiential learning. The earliest recorded civilizations had informal educational systems where children received instruction from their relatives or religious organizations. Education was not considered in these ancient societies as something distinct from other aspects of life, but rather as a fundamental component of daily existence. Children pick up knowledge by seeing and mimicking their parents, as well as by taking part in neighborhood activities. As cultures grew advanced, official educational systems started to appear. For instance, parents or tutors introduced mathematics, writing, and reading to youngsters in ancient Egypt. Ancient Greeks received their education through private tutors or by attending institutions like Plato's Academy, which had been established. In the past, students were educated in teachers' homes under the Gurukul system. Students received a complete education that covered not just academic disciplines along with physical education, career preparation, and spiritual and moral advice while living with their professors. The church dominated education throughout the Middle Ages, creating cathedral schools and colleges to educate priests and academics. The broad spreading of knowledge and the expansion of secular education were both influenced by the invention of the printing press in the 15th century. The humanist movement of the Renaissance highlighted the value of education for everyone, not just the wealthy. In order to give the general public access to a more comprehensive education, with public educational institutions were established as a result. The Industrial Revolution raised the need for skilled laborers, which resulted in the establishment of mass education institutions in the 18th and 19th centuries. In several nations, regulations forcing children into going to school for a predetermined number of years have been passed. Horace Mann, who held the view that education was necessary to establishing a democratic society, had a significant impact on the early public school system in the United States. He supported the introduction of programs to prepare teachers and the provision of free public education. The emergence of standardized testing and the usage of textbooks in the American educational system increased over the 20th century. Today's educational systems are still adjusting to meet the requirements of a changing society and new technology developments. For the purpose of preparing pupils for the modern workforce, the emphasis has switched to the development of STEM abilities. Distance learning and online education are growing in acceptance, giving students more access to educational possibilities. Overall, education's history has been one of slow progress and adaptation to the shifting demands of society. Although education has taken many different forms over the years, its significance has never changed. Education has a crucial part in determining how society will develop in the future by giving people the abilities and information they need to thrive in life. Technology improvements, societal requirements, and pedagogical concepts have all played a role in the ongoing development of educational institutions over the last few centuries. Early educational institutions were informal and mostly aimed at educating kids in practical skills like agriculture, hunting, and fishing. Education grew increasingly organized as cultures advanced and concentrated on academic topics like mathematics, writing, and reading. The demand for a competent workforce expanded throughout the Industrial Revolution, which enhanced the value of education. As a result, public education systems were created that gave all students access to a basic education. Introducing legislation requiring children to continue attending school for a predetermined number of years, compulsory education laws have been implemented in many nations. All children were to get instruction in the fundamentals of literacy and mathematics in order to equip them with the knowledge and abilities necessary to work in manufacturing operations along with other industrial settings as well as thrive in modern society. Early in the 20th century, new theories of education were put out by educational theorists like John Dewey, who pushed for an extra student-centered strategy that prioritized analytical thinking and hands-on learning. The evolution of contemporary educational systems has been greatly influenced by these concepts. The progressive education movement promoted child-centered learning in the U.S., emphasizing each student's unique needs and interests. Education has also been significantly impacted by the emergence of new technology like computers and the Internet. Students can now use educational resources from any part of the world thanks to the growing popularity of online learning and remote education. In addition, adaptive software that may adapt to a student's particular needs and learning speed caused it possible to customize learning. The development of soft skills like cooperation, communication, and problem-solving skills, along with STEM expertise, such as science, technology, engineering, and math, has received more attention in recent years. Due to this, learning is now more project-based and team-based, with a focus on practical experience and application in real life. The significance of emotional and social learning, which educates students skills like self-awareness, self-control, and accountable decision-making, has also begun to be emphasized by numerous educational systems. Overall, the development of educational institutions represents a continuous method of responding to new technical developments and modifying to the shifting expectations of society. While the basic goal of education continues to be consistent over time, the strategies and tactics employed to accomplish the aim have varied considerably, reflecting the constant evolution of educational theory and the necessities of the contemporary world. I hope you learned a lot in this video. If you ever feel burnt out, unproductive, or unmotivated again, just remember a shift in your perspective will make all the difference. Bulletproof Perspectives is always here to brighten your day. Stay bulletproof.